Jesus Christ had 12 disciples. These 12 disciples are also known as the Apostles of Jesus Christ, or the 12 Apostles. They were specially chosen by Jesus to follow him during his ministry here on earth, and they became the foundation of the church after his death and resurrection. In this video, we're going to look at who these 12 disciples were, where they came from, and what they did. Let's start with number 12, Judas Iscariot. Judas Iscariot is known as the disciple who betrayed Jesus into the hands of the chief priests and the soldiers for 30 pieces of silver. He was a Jew and one of the 12 apostles, but he later became infamous for his betrayal of Jesus. Number 11, Andrew. Andrew was one of the first disciples of Jesus, and he was the brother of Peter. He was a fisherman by trade, but he left his nets to follow Jesus. He played an important role in helping a young boy to feed 5,000 people with 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. No, 10 James, son of Alphaeus. Little is known about James, son of Alphaeus, except that he was one of the 12 apostles. There are several theories as to which James is referred to in the Bible, but there is no consensus among biblical scholars. Number 9, James, son of Zebedee. James, son of Zebedee, is known as one of the 3 disciples. Along with John and Peter, who were closest to Jesus. He was also known as the brother of John and as Boanerges, which means sons of thunder. He, along with his brother John, were fishermen when Jesus called them to be his disciples. James later became the leader of the church in Jerusalem after the death and resurrection of Jesus. He was also the author of one of the 5 books in the New Testament that bear his name, No. 8 John. John was one of the 3 disciples who were closest to Jesus. And he was the son of Zebedee and the brother of James, also known as John the Baptist. He is also believed to be the author of several books in the New Testament, including the Gospel of John, the 3 epistles, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, and the book of Revelation. No. 7, Philip. Philip was one of the 12 disciples who was chosen by Jesus to be an apostle. He was probably from the region of Bethsaida, and he was known for his practical and inquisitive nature. He questioned Jesus about where they could buy bread when there was a feeding miracle, and he asked Jesus to show them the Father during a conversation about faith. Number 6. Bartholomew, also known as Nathanael. Bartholomew, also known as Nathanael, was one of the 12 disciples chosen by Jesus. He was initially skeptical of Jesus, but after Jesus told him, Nathanael said, "Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel." Number 5. Matthew Lovo, also known as Levi, was a tax collector and a member of the Sanhedrin, the Jewish council that governed religious affairs in Israel. When Jesus called him to be his disciple, he left everything and followed Jesus. Matthew later became known as the author of the Gospel of Matthew, which is the first book in the New Testament. No. 4. Thomas, also known as Didymus. Thomas was one of the 12 disciples chosen by Jesus. But he doubted the resurrection of Jesus until he saw the risen Christ. He is often depicted as the twin brother of Jesus in art and literature, but there is no biblical basis for this belief. No. 3. Simon Peter. Peter was one of the 3 disciples who were closest to Jesus, and he was known for his impulsiveness and his strong faith. He was the son of a fisherman, and he, along with his brother Andrew, left their nets to follow Jesus. Peter became the leader of the church after the death and resurrection of Jesus, and he is considered to be the first pope. No. To Thaddeus, also known as Jude. Thaddeus, also known as Jude, was one of the 12 disciples chosen by Jesus. He was the brother of James, the son of Alphaeus, and he was known for his strong faith and his support of the Christian community. And no. 1. Simon the Canaanite. Simon the Canaanite, also known as Simon the Zealot, was one of the 12 disciples chosen by Jesus. He was known for his commitment to the Jewish law and his zeal for God. He later became a leader of the church in Jerusalem after the death and resurrection of Jesus. There you have it. The 12 disciples of Jesus Christ. They may not have been perfect, but their faith and commitment to Jesus in the face of persecution and death is truly inspiring. Do you have a favorite disciple? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.